I think we mostly wanted to do a first look because I knew that it would kind of settle my emotions or settle my nervousness before the wedding to be able to see him rather than wait until we walk down the aisle. When I saw him, it immediately like settled my feelings, it settled my nervousness. And so that was a big deal for me. Because it's such a special day about the both of you, I think it made that moment so much more important to me, just to be able to see you.
Yeah. I thought the first look was really cool because, one, like she said, it took the pressure off of everybody looking at you like at your wedding day. It just makes this unique, special moment that you'll never get back together. There was real emotions and it was a real look at what we looked like, you know, when we first saw each other. So I really enjoyed it. It was neat and it made like an intense moment for us that was captured.
It was very heartfelt. That hug, that first hug, it just felt so right. It felt so good. It felt so comforting to know that, okay, here it is. Today's the day, and we get to start it off together. It was kind of like the start, you know, we knew that the day was the start of the rest of our lives, so it made that moment even more special. We also did our pictures after that too, so that made it easier. I mean, we opted for the pictures in the beginning rather than after, like kind of our portrait-y type pictures, more stylized. That enabled us to be able to see each other, still have that special moment before, but then get all the pictures we needed to get done with the whole group.
Definitely recommend it. We really, really enjoyed it.
It was a wonderful moment. I would do it again. If that's what you're asking, I would do it again.
So for our wedding, we chose to do the first look where we saw each other before the actual ceremony. Both of us, even now looking back, definitely agree that it was a good decision to make.
Definitely.
A bunch of stuff is going on to make a wedding happen, so it's easy to get caught up and stressed out with all the details and wanting everything to be right. Then you get to see that person before the wedding, and it just kind of reminds you of what you're doing there. Like, you know, you're there to marry this person that you love, and you know, all the other things, you know, don't really matter.
Yeah. I was like so nervous. First of all, you don't sleep like weeks before your wedding because your mind is just racing, or at least for me, like I didn't sleep like at all. The night before our wedding, you know, again, same thing. It was just a rough time. Then, you know, I get dressed, I see Asher, you know, we met like down in like a little courtyard thing, and it was just like, oh my gosh, okay, this is real, we're gonna do it, and all the details, everything else doesn't really matter. I just remember a huge like stress reliever, just seeing him, like knowing that he liked my dress and that he still wanted to marry me. Just us seeing each other like totally took 100% of the stress off of the day off of us.
Yeah, and I don't think it took anything away from, you know, the first time you see her walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
And I think it makes it even more special and gives the photographers like a better chance to capture that moment.
Yeah, you know, that was just awesome to be able to do that with nobody else around, like staring at you, making you feel like, you know, again, 500 people are looking at you while you see, like looking at your reaction or looking at my reaction or whatever. And because we saw each other before, we got to do pictures together, and then we got to do pictures with like our family together. We got to do pictures with our bridesmaids, groomsmen together.
So you're not an hour and a half late to the reception because you have to wait till the end of the picture.
Yeah, so we did all those pictures before the wedding even started. I really, I couldn't recommend that more to get a first look.
The main reason why I did this first look was so I wouldn't be as nervous walking down the aisle. I wasn't stressed at all getting ready. Half the time I didn't really remember where I was. I was just getting ready like a normal day, having fun with my girls. I didn't really start getting nervous until I was literally about to walk down the aisle. My dad was talking to me the entire time we were walking down the aisle. He was talking about the tree over there, or he was just talking the whole time to try to get me to keep it together. It worked for the most part. I mean, I wasn't sobbing, but you can tell on my face that I was crying. So I want to do a first look just to kind of calm some of that nervousness, especially in the uniform. I don't know why. Always seeing him in a uniform made me nervous for some reason. I chose to do our first look the way we did it with Chase blindfolded because thinking about looking at him right when I was walking down the aisle automatically made me nervous. I think that was the only time I was nervous about getting married, was just seeing him at the end of the aisle looking at me. It calmed my nerves a lot and it helped getting down the aisle. I still cried walking down the aisle the entire time. Yeah, it was emotional. I'm glad I got it out of the way and got to see him. I'm glad he didn't get to see me, but it was calming.
I mean, it was good. I mean, I was good, but I mean, I knew she really appreciated it, and it helped her.
You know, I saw him in his uniform before the wedding, like 10 minutes before we walked down the aisle, so it was perfect timing.
It was just funny listening to like 15 snarling women all trying to keep it together around me.
The first look, it did serve its purpose with helping me get over my nerves, concentrating on him looking at me and me looking at him walking down the aisle. Once I got to Chase, I was calm.
I'm glad we did it.
Mm-hmm.